Alright, let's go ahead and do Algebra star in the course 145, 101 to 145, 070606. Alright, solve this. Set equals 0. So, let's go from here. So, 100, all these possible answers, 10, 10 works, because 10 times 10 is 100, 10 and 10 is 20. X plus 10 equals 0, x plus 10 equals 0, minus 8 minus 10, it's 10, minus 8 minus 10, 10. The answer is x equals negative 10, no, the answer is x equals negative 10. Since the same answers are, both answers are the same, you can just write it one time. X equals what? Negative 10. Find the x-intercept, set that equal to 0, and we have 4x plus 3 equals 0, or x minus 9 equals 0, minus 3, divide by 4, 3 over 4, negative 3 over 4, and x equals 9, add 9, add 9, or negative 3 and 4, 1 point, and 9 and 0 is the other point, the x-intercept points. Find the x-intercept of this, set that equal to 0. Alright, so x plus 1 equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0, x plus 1 minus 1, so x is negative 1, and add 3, so x equals 3. So the x-intercept points are negative 1, 0, and 3, 0. For the graph, let's see, let's set that equal to, let's graph this guy. So that equals 0, so x equals negative 1, or x equals 8. So negative 1, 0 is a point, 8, 0 is another point. Evaluate if x equals 0, put it in there, 0, 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, that's going to be negative 8. So another point is 0 and negative 8. Once you got all these points here, put them on your graph, connect the dots. Or can you do it in a graphing calculator? Yes, of course. Let's do that right now. Let's set up the windows to be negative 2 and 10. And scale is 1. That's fine. Negative 22 and 5. And that should be okay, I think. And y is parentheses x plus 1 parentheses x minus 8 parentheses graph. So it's a graph like this, in this side right here. A little bit different, but anyway, you can do a trace if you want. Trace to get some points right there. Points, points, everywhere points. Do a trace, get you points. Alright. Graph this one, same thing. Set that equal to 0, that equals 0. So x equals 0, that's 1.00. X plus 5 minus 1 minus 5, so x is negative 5, negative 5, 0 is another point. 2 points. And connect the dots, we're going to graph. Or let's put in the calculator. Alright, first thing windows. Let's set up the windows. It's going to be negative 10 and 10. And it's going to be negative 12 and 12. Alright, so those numbers are right. Yep. So now, y, get rid of that one. Let's put in x parentheses x plus 5, close it. So there it is. It's on the left side somewhere. Again, you can use trace if you want. Get some points in there. 0, 0, so on. Keep going to the left, you'll get more points. There's another point right there. At there. Points, points. Write the equation that has the two solutions, 9 and negative 2. So x is negative 9, and x equals to negative 2 are the answers. So minus 9 minus 9, so x minus 9 equals 0. And you go plus 2, x plus 2 equals 0. So this left times left, x minus 9, x plus 2 equals 0 times 0. So this is the answer right there. Quadratic equation. Find the dimensions of a rectangle whose width is 4 miles less than the length. So the length, the width is a little bit smaller. Length, width. So now, the length times the width, the area. So that's going to be 196. That times that is that. That times that is that. Bring that number over here. 8 times 12 is 96, and 12 minus negative 12 and plus 8 is negative 4. So x plus 8, L plus 8 equals 0. L minus 12 equals 0. So minus 8 minus 8, so L equals negative 8. Length, maybe. Over here, it goes positive 12. It's not going to be a negative length. So only one we can work is this one. So if I know that L is 12, can I find the other one? Yeah. W equals 12 minus 8, which is 12 minus 4 is 8. With the length. Simplify this. Take out factor negative 2. Negative 2 times out negative 2a. That times out negative 2. These cancel right here. So left is just negative 3. Find the quotient, simplify. This one divided by this. Flip this around. Rewrite it. 24x to the 4th. 3x 4. Y 3 plus 3 is 6. So now 3 times that 24. 3 is there. And x4 that's gone. And y6 is still there. So we're still going to have 8 over y6. Add the result. Same denominator, put them together. Top, bottom. 5 plus y plus 2. 5 plus y plus 2. So y, 5 and 2 is 7. Y plus 7 over 8 plus y. This one, two fractions, cross multiply them. That times that, that times that. That's 7z minus 35, 2z. And add 35 at 35. 7z equals 2z plus 35 minus 2z minus 2z. So this is going to be 5z equals 35. Divide by 5, divide by 5. So z must be 7. Does it work in there? Yes. Write the equation line using the function notation. Alright, so we have a point, slope, and we have a point, x1, y1. So y minus y1 is m. So 0 times that, x minus minus, that times that. 0 times that, that's going to be 0. Minus 5, so y equals negative 5. Or f of x equals what? Negative 5. Function notation. The function this can be used to predict the diamond production. For this function x is the number of years after 2000, and f of x is the value in billions of dollars of the year's diamond production. Use this function to predict diamond production in 2002. So type the two numbers. 2002 minus 2000 is 2. So 2, we need to find f of 2. 2 times that is this number, plus that is going to be 12.76 billions of dollars. Y varies directly as x. Find a constant of variation k and the direct variation equation for the solution. Situation. Y equals this, x is that. So y varies directly as x means y equals kx. I know that y is 24. No, y is 8. And x is 24. Put them in there. Divide by 24, divide by 24, 8 over 24, 8 times 1, 8 times 3. These cancel. 1 over 3 equals k, or the formula is y equals 1/3 x. The amount P of pollution varies directly with the population and the people. CDA has a population of 442,000 and produces 260,000 tons of pollutants. Find how many tons of pollutants we should expect from city B to produce if we know that its population is 350,000. All right. Varies directly as x means y equals kx. Put the numbers in. Divide by 442. 442. These are gone. Calculator gives you this number. So now y equals this x. So now we're going to substitute 350,000 in there. That times that is going to be 205,882.3529. You can round it off if you want. As the value 2x minus 7 equals that. As the value equals a, equals negative a or positive a. 2x minus 7 equals negative 9. 2x minus 7 equals positive 9. And add 7 at 7. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So x equals negative 1. Or add 7 at 7. 2x equals 16. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So negative 1 and 8. Just 2 points, 2 dots. That's all they are. X minus 7 less than 4. As the value of x less than a means between negative a and positive a. So this is between negative and positive. So add 7 at 7 at 7. So we have 3 less than x less than 11, or somewhere in between those numbers. Or somewhere between those numbers. Not including the 3 and 11, of course. Greater than or equal to? Yes. So bigger than a means less than negative a or bigger than a. So less than or equal to negative 17 or greater than or equal to 17. Minus 1 minus 1. So x is less than or equal to negative 18. Or minus 1 minus 1, x is bigger than 16. So negative 18 this way. 16 that way to infinity. Or negative infinity, negative 18 included in it. Union 16 to infinity. Those three answers right there. Determine which order pair given are solutions of the linear inequality in two variables. So is this true with those numbers? Put the numbers in there. 2 minus minus, 2 minus minus. Is 4 bigger than 4? No, it's not. It's just equal to it. How about 94? 9 in there, 4 in there. So 9 minus 4 is 5. Is 5 bigger than 4? Yes. This one's no, and this one's yes. Graph the inequality. So let's solve for y. Minus x minus x, y is bigger than this, or rewrite it this way. So now, get some points for it. 0 in there we get 1, and 1 we get 0. So 0, 0, and 1, 0. Connect the dots. Now, is the graph this way or this way? So the way I found out is, see that 1, 1 lives in here? So I tried 1 and 1 in here. Check, 1, 1. 1 there, 1 there, 1 and 1 is 2. Is 2 bigger than 1? Yes. So this point is in the graph, so that means that x plus y bigger than or equal to 1 means this right here. All those, including this line here, that way. Do you remember whether 1, 1 is included in the graph? Try to put it in there. 2 times 1, 7 times 1. 2 and 1 is 2 and 7 is 9. Is that less than 10? Is that less than 10? 9 less than 10? Yes, it is, of course. $9 less than $10? Yeah. Simplify the radical. Assume all variables represent positive real numbers. Square root of this, so 5 squared, that one and that one. Divide this power 2 into all these. Divide by 2, divide by 2, by 2. 2 divides 2, 1. 2 divides 4. That's 4. 2 divides this, 13. So 5 and 1 is 5. 5, A equals 4. B 13. Identify the domain and graph the function using the table on the right. There's a table. So put the number in there. 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Square root of 0 is 0. 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Continuing on. 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. Square root of that is 3. So now we have our points. This number is right here. And also, how do you find the domain of this thing? The domain is this, long as this is greater than or equal to 0, plus 2 plus, so x is greater than or equal to 2 is the domain. Domain. So now, here's the points again. 2, 0, 3, 1, 6, 2, 11, 3. I got those points from where? From right here. Right there, there. Put those numbers in the graph. So we have 2, 0, 3, 1, 6, 2, 11, 3. Keys going that way. So the domain is from right here, from 2, keep going that way. Another question, range is from 0, keeps going up to infinity. Or another way to write it, you can write this, y is greater than or equal to what? 0 for the range. Range. Use radical notation to express. Use radical notation to write the expression. Simplify if possible. Assume all variables represent non-negative quantities. So 9 times 9 is 81. So 1/2 of these numbers, so multiply that. 1/2 times this, 1/2 times this. So that's going to be 2 over 2. It's going to be 8 over 2. 2 over 2 is 1. 8 over 2 is 4. 9 to the 1 power is 9. 9x to the 4. Just 1/2 times all these powers. Use radical notation to write the expression. So this 2 divides it. 16 is that, or 16 is 2 to the 4. Prime numbers. 2 to the 4 is that. 4 over 1 times this. 4 times that. 4 times that. 4 is cancel. 3 over 1 is 3. 2 to the 3 means 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. Same thing. Break it down. Prime numbers. 3 goes there. 3 goes there. 7. So 63 is 3 times 3 times 7, or 9 times 7. Right, this is 9 times 7, square root of 9, square root of 7, square root of 9, I know that's 3, 3 square root of 7. Simplify by factoring. So 6 squared is this, 8 squared is that, and 7, 3, 2 is not going to 7, but let's fix it. 6 and 1, that'll work. Now, we divide 36 was 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, or 6 and 6, or 6 squared. That's why we got this right here. Divide the power, 2 divides this, 2 divides this, 2 divides that. This one stays inside. 6 to the 1, 8 to the 1, b to the 3, and the square root of b1, so 6ab cubed, square root of b. Rationalize the denominator, yep, that means the bottom of it. So whatever is here, do the same thing with the minus, plus 2 minus. So that times that is this one squared, that times that is that one, that times that is this one, and last one is there, this one is that one, that times that is negative. That turns out as positive, and that turns out as a negative. These cancel. So you have this one minus 2 of these, and that one squared, and this one squared is going to give you 7. That one squared is going to give you 6, and this is going to be negative 2 squared is 7 squared is 6, and then this is 7 and 6, and 7 minus 6 on the bottom. So we have this, and this is 13 minus this. 7 times 6 is 42. 13 minus 2 square root of 42. Square root of x minus 11 squared, square both sides. So this radical sign is gone, so x minus 11 is that. Add 11, so x is 15. Check it. 15 minus 11 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Does that work? Yes. The answer is 15. Square both sides of this. This radical signs are gone, so x plus 1 equals 2x plus 7. Minus 1 minus 1. X equals this. Minus 2x minus 2x. Minus 1x is this. Divide by 81. Divide by 81. X is 8. Check it. 8 plus 1 is 9. 3. That's going to be 16 minus 7 is 9. Square root of that is going to be 3. 3 equals 3. Yes, good. The answer is 8. Use the square root method to solve this. So square root of both sides. Plus or minus 4. Plus or minus 9 equals negative 2. Plus or minus 9. X plus 9 equals 2. X plus 9 minus 9. Minus 9 minus 11. And minus 9 minus 9 minus 7. Put them in there. See if it works. 11 plus 9 negative 2. Negative 2 to negative 2 is 4. 4 equals 4. And then this one. 9 and negative 7 is going to give you 2. 2 and 2 is 4. Both work. So negative 11 and negative 7 both work. Use the quadratic formula to solve the equation. So there's a problem. A, B, and C coefficients. So put it in the formula. Negative 7. 7 squared minus 4 times that. Negative 7. 49 minus that is 9. Square 9 is 3. Negative 7 plus 3. Negative 7 minus 3 over 2. Negative 4 over 2. Negative 10 over 2. So negative 2 and negative 5. M equals negative 2 and negative 5 for that problem right there. Using the quadratic formula. Use the quadratic formula to solve this. Same thing. Set it up. A, B, and C. Numbers go in there. 6 and 6, 36. It's going to be 52. That's going to be a negative number. If you have square root of a negative number, square root of negative 1 is I. Square root of negative 4I. Square root of negative 9 is 3I. Negative 16 is 4I. Negative 25 is 5I. Examples. 4I for complex numbers. So that's going to be 4I. So can I divide 2 into both of this? Yes. Two fractions. That one and that one. This divides this minus 3. That divides that 2I. Negative 3 minus 2I. Negative 3 plus 2I. Graph this. So one way. Put some points in there. Negative 1 in there. Negative 1 squared. Negative 1 is 1. 1 and 1 is 2. 0. 0, 0, 0. 0 and 1 is 1. 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 and 1 is 2. So now we have points. Put the points in there and then draw it. Or can you put it in a calculator? Sure, let's do that right now. Let's put it in Windows here. Windows. There's 10, 10, 12, 12. Y. And what is it? X squared plus 1. X squared plus 1. Hit graph. And there it is. Same thing. You can do trace if you want. Alright, this one. Get some points for it. 3, 4, 5. Put 3 in there. That's going to be negative 1, negative 1, negative 1 is 1. Put a 4 in there. 4 minus 4 is 0, 0, 0, 0. 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Got points. Put the points in there. Connect them. Or put it in the calculator. Yes, of course. Y. Clear it. Parentheses. X minus 4 squared. And there it is. Right there. Same thing. You can do trace if you want. 0, 16 and so on. Graph this one. Get some points in there. 2 in there. Put a 2 in there. 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 is 4. 1 half of 4. 4 over 2 is 2. 2 minus that, negative 3. 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. 0 times that is 0. Minus 5 minus 5. 6 in there. Put a 6 in there. You're going to get 6 minus 4, 2. 2 times 4. 1 half of that is 4 over 2. It's going to give you a negative 3. So we have the points. These three numbers right there. Put them in your graph. Connect the dots right there. Or we can do it in the calculator. Yeah, of course. Let's put it in there. So what is it? 1 half. So 1 half of x minus 4 squared minus 5. Hit graph. So this graph is going to be down here. Again, you can just trace to find some numbers in it. right there. There's more numbers there. More numbers there. Keep going until you get as close as you can to the little points in there. Okay? Alright, so now, and notice the domain is all real numbers. The range is from 4 to infinity. Okay? In fact, let me write that down. What is the domain of this? Minus infinity to infinity. And the range goes from 4 to -5, so you can say y is bigger than or equal to what? -5. Or you can say from -5 to infinity. This is the bottom. This is the top of the graph. Bottom of the graph to the top. Same thing, put some numbers in there. 4, 5, 6, put a 4 in there. We're going to get -5 minus 1 minus 1 is 1. That times that's going to be -4 plus that minus 7. Put a 5 in there. 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 times that is 0 minus 3 minus 3. Put a 6 in there. 6 minus 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Minus 4 plus 3 minus 7. So we have these points right there. Put them in the graph. And then there they are. Okay. We have points and then we have the max. Again, what is the domain of this? Let's write this in here just because. Domain is minus infinity to infinity. And the range is goes 5 to -3. 5 is -3. So I guess it goes from the bottom, from -infinity to where? To -3. I guess including that. From the bottom to the top of the graph. Bottom of the graph to the top of the graph. Okay. Or another way to do it, I guess we can say y is less than or equal to -3. Another way to say domain, or range. Okay. Or put in a calculator. Yes, of course. So y equals -4 parentheses x minus 5 squared minus 3 graph. There it is right there. Just like that one. You can do trace if you want. Get some numbers in there. Trace it. There you go. See it bonito? Graph this one. Same thing. We're just doing the calculator. We don't have to mess with it. Alright. We have minus x squared. So let's put in negative x squared. Little minus sign. Big minus sign. 6x. And then big minus sign. 5. And hit graph. There it is. Okay. And we have vertex, x-intercepts. Again, what is domain and range of this stuff? Okay, let's do that right now. So domain for this one is -infinity to infinity, goes this way. And the range goes, range is the bottom, think of it like that, the bottom and the top. So bottom of this graph is -infinity, and the top of it goes 4. So it goes from -infinity to 4. Or another way to write it, you can say y is less than or equal to 4. This way, or use your calculator, of course. F of x equals x squared minus 9. Can we use the calculator? Sure, let's do that right now. X squared minus 9. So we have x squared minus 9. Hit graph. There it is. You can do a trace if you want to find some 0, -9. So on other points. Keep going to the right. Other points to the left. Other points. Alright. Another question. What is the domain of this thing? So the domain minus infinity to infinity, and the range again is the bottom to the top of the graph. So the bottom of the graph goes 0, -9. So the bottom is -9, and it keeps going up where? To infinity. Or another way to write it for range is y is bigger than or equal to what? -9. Graph this, same thing. All we need to do is reset the windows though. So windows, we have -6, 6, 1 is fine. -16, 16. Okay, y clear -15 x squared plus 30 x hit graph, and there it goes, just like that. You can do a trace if you want, get some points 0, 0 and other points on it, like 1 and 15 right there, 1, 14.99. So there's the graph. Again, what is the domain of this thing? Let's write that down. So the domain minus infinity to infinity goes this way, and the range is the bottom and the top of this graph. So the bottom goes to infinity, and the top goes all the way to 15. Or y is less than or equal to 15, another way to write range. Okay? Domain and range. Baseball is projected upward from the ground level with initial velocity of 32 feet per second. Then its height, a function of time is given by this. So now, find the max, which means vertex. So how do you find the vertex of this? -b/2a, -b/2a, ABC, ABC. Put the numbers in there. -2, -2 is 1, f of 1. How do you find f of 1? 16 times 1 in here. 32 times 1, 1, 1, 1 times this, 2, 1 times that. So we have 16 of that. 32 minus 16 is 16. So the max is going to be what? 16. And 1 is 16. Graph this. Put some numbers in. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. -2 in there. Rewrite it. -2 is 1 over 3, 1 over 9. 1 in there. -1 power, 1 over 3, 1/3. Put a 0 in there. Put a 0, 0, 3 to 0 is 1. Put a 2 in there. 3 to 2 is 2 times 3 is 9. So now we have the points. These numbers right here, we have the points. It's going to be at -2 and 1/9, -1 and 1/3, 0, 1, 1, 3, 2 and 9, and it keeps going up like this. So the domain of this thing, what do you think it is? I think the domain is going to be -infinity to infinity. In the range, I'm going to say it's going to go from here to that. So it's go from 0 to infinity. Or I guess we can say y is greater than 0 for range. Right there. It looks like it has a horizontal term where? And y equals 0 right there. That was off right there. Y equals 0. Horizontal. Asymptote. Where? Y equals 0. Right there. Right there. Put in the calculator? Sure. Clear this one. It's just, let's see. Let's change the windows. -10, 10, -12, 12. That should be enough. So let's put in the problem, which is 3 to the x power. Okay, so we'll put in 3 to the power of x, enter, hit graph. There it goes. It starts here real low and it goes up. So real low, it goes up. You do a trace at 0, 1, so on. You can find other points in there. Or you can go left. Keep going, keep going, keep going. an exponential function. Cheese production in a country is currently growing at a rate of 3% per year. The equation this models the cheese production in a country from 2003 to 2009. This equation Y is the amount of cheese produced in billions of pounds, and X represents the number of years after 2003. So, they want to know what happens in 7. So 2007 minus 3 is 4. Put it in there. Put this in the calculator. You're going to get 8. Close to 8. How do you do in the calculator? I'll show you real quick. Alright. You can go 7.1 parentheses 1.03 to the power of what? Power of 4 is that number right there, rounded to 8. Second one, they want to know in 16, which is 13. So let's go back and replace this with 13. Run it. It's going to be 10.42, so on. Round it, 10.4. Find the amount Erica owes at the end of 5 years if she has $5,000 loan at her 4% compounded monthly. Here's the numbers. So now we're going to put all these numbers in that formula. 5, 10, 60. So this number to the power of 60. Calculator. Sure, let's put in the calculator. So 5,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.04 divided by 12 to the power of 60. So to the power of 60, not that, we don't want that. Enter. There we go. So this number to the power of 60 is 6104.98, so on. Round it out to 6104.98. Write the first terms of each sequence whose general term is this. So A of 1 means 4 times 1 is 4, 4 and 1 is 5, 9. So A of 1 is 9. A of 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13. A of 3 is 4 times 3 plus 5 is 17. A of 4 is 4 times 4 plus 5 is 21. 16 plus 5, 21. A of 5 is 4 times 5 is 20 plus 5 is 25. And that's the end of that then. Thank you.